is now going to be a Hoodwink in that lane, well, that's going to be the hero to feed and the hero to die. Not to mention, this is why Gyrocopter usually gets that respect band, and honestly, that's where I think missing on it a little bit. We'll see if that really bites Wildcard, because again, Vi's gonna get the XP. He's got the lane right near his tower. It's really difficult for him to get ganked, but it's just not that denying power and that same farming speed that we're used to seeing.
At a certain point, the actual last hits are just kind of the icing on the cake. The main purpose is just get them out of the lane, and obviously that is accomplished quite nicely as the homing missile pushes the Tusk out. Alexo should be alright for now, and well, he's on a bit of an excursion here. Trying to secure maybe an early water rune. That is not what I meant by secure, but he will take it for himself. There was a bottle for Xantic, but he's going to get the other water rune, so he'll be just fine, but interesting play from the Tusk.
Yeah, and he just splits like that, mainly knowing that the Kunkka doesn't really want to go for it. Seasmile will pick up a bottle, maybe a little bit later, but instead, always focusing on the double bracer is way more typical.
Let's get that little durability up. Got to deal with the Shadow Strike spam, because that is going to be the call from Xantic here. 201 split in terms of the early skill build, and yeah, I mean, why not? Sometimes we see the Queen of Pain try to cheat and max the Scream just for the farming potential, but even if you're not going to win the trades, you still need to commit to the trades against the Kunkka. Speaking of commitment, Panda a little bit overcommitted there in the bottom lane. Devi hits him up with the stun, and the cause was too far away to help out.
Pressure that Yuma can put onto Whisper, just casual pressure. Does have to be careful whenever he doesn't have the rage, but he's just having a pretty easy time. This is where top lane being an absolute draw is pretty much expected.
The supports are going to trade a little bit of damage back and forth, and Matthew was able to take down Yuma's courier there, so both of the position 4 heroes just trying to do a little bit more, but now they are going to make an attempt here onto Boris, and
yeah.
No point in scurry means you are not getting out of that one.
Yeah, and one of the unfortunate aspects is whenever he tramples, well, he cuts the tree, so it's where I think maybe putting the Tusk top would actually have an escape, but just not in the works. As mid, TP's galore, it's Antic, I think he blinked, yeah, able to blink out, but just a lot of damage traded out. Both mid laners going ham with the trades, and now Chris Luck kind of low, might have to do a Fountain TP, but that's why X is one of the best spells in the game.
Matthew, that was a very well-timed TP, it's just the Boundless wasn't quite off cooldown after the fight. Top, if it had been, maybe you could have stunned up at Xantic for the little bit of extra damage you would have needed, but yeah, at that point it's more about making sure that Chris Luck doesn't get taken down, and yeah, he's used all his bottle charges now, so expect to see him make that XTP back. Boris? Well, he's here, but yeah, Xantic really doesn't have the mana to go blinking across the river to try and start a fight.
Yeah, and with them knowing where the Hoodwink is, well, Force is going to get gone on. 6-minute rune. They are going to fight, and Haste Rune, you couldn't ask for a worse rune for Wildcard, because now
snowball.
the Kunkka... Oh.
Is he going to die to the DOT here? He very well might, yeah. They do manage to bring him down. I do believe Boris is going to pay for that one, but who cares? They take that trade. That's just...
biding their time, knowing that their lane partners are going to be okay. It's where a little bit more space has been given over to Devi, but Devi is also, well, no black hole. Kind of on the wrong side of the woods, but support's coming, or trying to come.
There's a homing missile flying out, so Devi is going to get locked down, and that should set up Chris Luck to finish the kill, or maybe not. The snowball actually going to prevent him from getting the damage out immediately, but the ghost ship still does the work. Devi taken down. Alexo falls as well. Almost a mad scramble at the end there, ET, but EG get their kills.
That's where Pakaz needs to be careful. Don't want to give up a kill immediately to the Enigma. It's where very little will actually take to actually kill him.
Xantic,
he blinked for the rune.
Yeah. Snowball. That'll buy time. 1 second for blink. Can he get himself away? Yes, he can. That means that Alexo is going to be left behind. Nice bushwhack, though, in from Boris. There's going to be the Sonic Wave to follow. It's a lot of damage, but they need more. Yuma, he's crawling his way over. Will he be able to catch up to anybody? Not like that. Boundless Strike kind of shuts that down, and if you're EG, you're relatively happy you got the kill, but if you're Wildcard, you're just happy that that kill was not your Queen of Pain.
And four heroes mid, but
Oh,
the aggression drags. And
what?
yeah, bottom. Okay, it's close. That was the black hole, and because is now on the lamb, but if he can just TP back to his tower, TP back to well, yep. And now, Devi doesn't have much of a home to stay in back towards bottom. Once the gyro comes back, well, just a solo play that Devi thought he could make, but didn't have earn charges. If he had a friend, that was 100% a kill, but
Well, I guess the question will be, yeah, who comes here to try and punish him? Panda is in. Whisper's going to charge. It's the trample. Malefice, though, is going to hold him back for a moment, but will it be enough? Maybe, because Alexo comes in. They take down Panda. The pulverize will not be enough damage for the kill, and all of a sudden, Whisper, you're a little bit too far forward. He is going to back himself away, and Devi will not be killed. He's going to lose his Eidolons here, but you're going to be okay with that, especially if you can turn this around, because there's still 4 heroes here. Because didn't realize. Can anyone help him? Here comes Whisper, in with the charge, into the trample. That doesn't really help his teammate, but maybe he can find some sort of return kill. He is pushing quite nicely, and with Panda back in, well, they got onto one. Xantic, I don't know about this. Yeah, there's the pulverize. He is dropping low. Can he be finished off? Yes, he can. Frostbite from Panda gets the job done, and
yeah, I'm real surprised that Yuma wasn't interested in all in that engagement. And Panda, well, probably dead. Got a little bit too close to the tower, a little overzealous on the CM. But it's amazing that Defy is the one that doesn't die out of everything there with how low he was to start off that engagement.
leave them in a better position to actually help if it does come down to more team fights. Speaking of fights, Whisper is in a little bit of trouble here. Does Alexo actually want to go all the way in, though? Well, he doesn't really have a choice. The Pulverize is going to catch him. The Wukong's command comes out. The Boundless Strike is there as well. The Ghost Ship, though, mistimed. Well, no, it's not, because it wasn't actually targeting Alexo. It was targeting Devi. And they're going to be able to finally get this Enigma. There we go. Like the 3rd attempt that they've made on him now, but this one does hit home.
Yeah, just the Primal Beast keeping the pressure on the lane. It's just such a real easy setup for that Kunkka. And then eventually, you're going to have to see the Kunkka just walk back mid. If he didn't have to use the boat, then he could stick around bottom and look to kill Devi on his TP, but mid tower is taking quite a bit of damage. They do need people to start arriving. DD on the Quap as well, making it a lot less close, but uh-oh. Alexo gets scouted, and, well, he's got a friend. He's going to try to get the trade, and what a Sonic Wave, but...
Oh, now he's rooted, though. The Frostbite's going to catch him out. The Freezing Field's being channeled.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a blink. Matthew will just TP himself home. Whisper was...
And okay, TP top, infest Alexo, get a smoke going, looking for the gyro, farming his triangle, and they will narrowly avoid Panda, but then to get scouted by the tail end, but Picasso falls into it.
He's just going to hold his ground. He's going to throw out that call down. It's not going to be enough to save him. Maybe they get a kill onto Alexo here. Yeah, they will find the kill, but over on the other side of the map, Whisper goes in with Chris Lux, so they'll take Devi Lama out. That's going to make this a pretty favorable trade at the moment, but with Yuma getting involved, Panda may end up going down here, or not quite. He pops the Frostbite, he gets the slow, he's walking away. Whisper now, TP's in and charges forward, so they'll take out Boris. And Wildcard, have they overextended again? He's looking for the Pulverize in another 5 seconds, so they need to keep heroes locked in place. It's Xantic, gonna get pulled back by the X into the boat, or not the boat, excuse me, into the Torrent and the Frostbite in that east side jungle. But they will be spotted, and now, well, I don't know if they're going to be able to get that kill. But over on the other side, Picasso has gotten himself into trouble again. There's no neutrals this time to bail him out.
He does have a Blink Dagger, so his moment is coming. This is where I think getting a team fight in mid, where everybody is directed a little bit with the terrain, will probably help him out, and does blink out a bottom. So revealed to Whisper that that Blink Dagger is online, but is able to walk out of that situation, and they should pretty soon here try to involve Devi, because this black hole, it's not on cooldown, it's not getting any sooner. They're finding some nice picks top though. Caught the CM while she was dewarding.
Try to establish some degree of safety and order in that lane so that they can just continue to farm it, but at the same time, they did just lose their tower mid. Chris Luck, now he's going to get some damage onto Xantic, but he might want to be careful. Here comes a snowball. He does have BKB. He didn't opt to use it immediately, though. He's going to try to hold, and while he holds their attention mid, Devi ended up getting taken down in the bottom lane. They kill him and TP out. So now, yeah, the focus is just too split. Half the lineup's down bot, the other half's mid, so Alexo is kind of the one left in the lurch, and
I don't think waiting is really an option, because they're getting more and more prepared to fight, and they're dewarding you at the same time.
and here comes Whisper. Trample is going to be there. The Malefice, though, instantly cancels his Pulverize. But that Lotus, it just makes him hard to bring down. They're not going to be able to get him immediately. The Snowball does connect onto Chris Luck, but the Boundless Strike from Matthew is going to lock Alexo down. Now they get the Frostbite. Devi, well, we've already sort of a major attempt with the Black Hole, so he doesn't have a whole lot to do here. As they turn it into a 1-for-1 trade for now, but a hasted Chris Luck is pushing his way forward. Can he find anything? He's still holding the Ghost Ship.
Like I said, more importantly, getting this vision out of bottom is where we need to see a rotation in from Boris, but he's already moving towards top. He's just looking to play the lane instead. I'm just worried about the smoke rotations that could come as Xantic gets down on mid. It's the easiest connection ever. Alexo tries, but fails to make it.
He's going to cancel out the freezing field, I suppose, but now how does he get out of this fight? He doesn't. That's the answer to that question. And now Yuma, there we go. They're going to force out his rage, but now that the rage is down, Whisper says, let me try to get in there, but there's not really a lot he can do. He's already used his Pulverize, so just an effort to push Yuma all the way off the tower. Unfortunately, if you're EG, you can't really go for that tower because your creep wave is miles behind right now.
Yeah. Forces them to wait maybe a little bit, but again, waiting while your gyrocopter's farming and hunting. Not connecting, but Whisper. Yeah. He smells him. He's right on the money. And I don't think with that word they see him, but they get a glimpse, and with 7 seconds on his blink, well, this is just 4 heroes on 1. There's nothing you can do if you're the Enigma there. Still working on his BKB, but
maximum efficiency, I guess, but it was freaking out the item purchasing tooltip, and now that he's got phase boots picked up, ET, I think we're done with those shenanigans, but it was kind of funny while it lasted. This is not funny if you're Devi, though. This is just a straight-up death, and you can't afford to be in this lane anymore. Neither can Boris. Yeah, you don't want to be there, and by the time they realize that, it's way too late.
yeah, I feel like this is EG's just slam dunk. Just every single lane has kill threat, everybody has kill potential, and that's an Orchid reveal on the Lifestealer who needs his Tusk, and Tusk...
Oh, the Snowball didn't hit him.
Missed.
Yuma's not dead yet, though, but there's the freezing field. His TP will just barely get off, so he is safe, ET.
Yeah, and it's, not the fastest push, but it's just free. It's where Wildcard, they're doing what they gotta do in mid, getting the play going, and Matthew, that would be a nice pick, but Whisper's already there to make the counter jump, and Whisper, he's got 5 stacks, he's got the Uproar, he's got a Rock to throw as well, but Yuma does just rage TP out what he's allowed to do, but at least they get the tower.
Tower claimed, but it did come at the cost of their own tier 2 on the other side of the map, so nothing's going to come without a cost. I suppose that is the lesson to... Oh, no! The lesson to be learned here is Devi gets his TP canceled by the rock throw. Yeah. Just got to sit here and wait for death. There is absolutely no way you pop Black Hole in this instance. And Devi...
Are you okay?
The last 15 minutes have just been about as bad as possible for the Enigma player.
That's what it ended up feeling like, and then, again, a very difficult draft to look for those bans as Whisper. Well, he just goes. Get you early, get you fast, and okay, Glyph doing a lot of damage, and Whisper might just go down, but okay.
Can they turn this into more? Xantic's already popped his BKB, so he's got to be careful pushing in. But that Bushwhack, okay, it'll catch out too. That's going to sort of disrupt things a little bit, but because with the Aegis feels like pushing his way forward, they're able to take down... Oh, Devi, it's just a nightmare. Nothing can possibly go his way. And that's it. Fight's done. Yuma's just going to try to get back into the base. Maybe he makes it, but... How unfortunate can one man be? It's starting to feel a little bit unfair.
Now, they don't have Glyph. They don't have anything. Yuma's just going to have to kind of sit back and watch. If he tries to do anything without Rage, without Infest, he's probably going to die. So he will just have to watch his tier 3 go. But, oh, blinks into a Torrent. You can't ask for a better comedy, honestly, at this point. But full Daedalus on the Gyrocopter as well. He will give some respect to his opponents without Aegis, without BKB. Because he's not a madman, but yeah. Oh boy.
I'm surprised he's still in the server at this point. I would have quit like 5 minutes ago. This is so bad for him, and now he's gonna get punished again. Oh boy. He will be taken down once more. What's the record here? 2-9-5. Not a fun time, but I don't know, ET. Maybe the BKB changes something. It's just
Ooh.
okay. This might change something too. Whisper.
Oh,
Oh no, the Lotus. Alexa's going to try to pull him back as far as he can. They do get the pushback down onto him into the Sonic Wave, so they might still find the kill. But this has bought a lot of time for EG to get the rest of the lineup in, and they're going to go for it. There's the root, there's the freezing field, there's the call down on top of it. Yuma's dead, and Xantic has to blink back. And they are in full retreat. Alexo, how far away can he pull these heroes? Well, he can pull them pretty far away. The problem is Matthew has the movement to keep up with him, so this is not really going to go the way he wants it to. He'll just try to fight for as long as he can, but here comes Panda. Has to wait a moment as the snowball will delay this, but it can only delay. It can't prevent the death.
Yeah, and Picasso's on the other side, you know, getting business done, as he is the serious member of EG and, honestly, Old Thunder Awaken, but it just works. He's going to be able to mop up the top Rex, immediately swing for mid, still abusing the Glyph, and sure, Glyph is back up, but Wildcard are almost assuredly going to try and use it for damage on that bottom tier 3. They need the tower damage. Everybody is just not farmed enough to take out these massive cores. It's where, again, strength cores, the numbers are just too high. There's a full Hex as well on Chris Luck, so could blow the game wide open if, let's say, Xantic blinks in and isn't privy to that, because that is a blind purchase. They are not aware of it just yet with the Kunkka. Well, here we are. The last Rax, the last tier 3.
And Tavai gets caught out of the base, so he is not available. There's no buyback. He's dead for 40, and they're just starting to fall apart. Yuma with his BKB is holding on the front line, but he's not going to hold for long, and there's your GG. Wildcard just get overwhelmed here in Game 2. And
Feels good to be this good.
well, ET, to a certain extent, we kind of talked about this possibility, right? 24 picks, something was going to come out. EG had the hammer, and Wildcard do certainly get flattened by it.